Day 9 of the summer shred. I didn't do a video yesterday. I apologise. I'm going to kind of commit to daily because things happen sometimes. I actually injured myself playing football on Monday night and I really felt sorry for myself. I couldn't blooming move. I couldn't get out of bed. It was just a nightmare. But thankfully, it feels a lot better now. I've actually got a thing called plantar fasciitis, which isn't that interesting to talk about on here. And if I do certain things, it flares up really badly. But we seem to be back. I'm hobbling around a little bit, but it's not too bad. Anyway, today I want to talk about one of the biggest reasons why people struggle to adhere to a long-term weight loss journey. I'm not talking about, losing sort of 3 or 4 pounds before holiday. I'm talking maybe 3 or 4 stone over the course of time. And in my opinion, the number one reason, that's right, the number one reason people do not achieve long-term weight loss is that they don't understand how well they're actually doing in the first place. Okay, let me explain. A typical weight loss journey is more aggressive in the first week or two. You might lose 3 to 5 pounds each week, something like that. You might lose sort of, 6 pounds in the first 2 weeks, something like that. It varies from person to person, depending on many factors, but the number one thing being how compliant they were before they started the diet, because what a lot of people do before the day of a diet is to eat loads, put on loads of weight overnight, weigh themselves at the end of the week, I've lost 4 pounds. Well, no, you put on 3 pounds, then Saturday night you decide to have loads of Chinese and whatever. But anyway, I've digressed. The point being is that people are very, very, very aware of that first week being quite good, mainly because they started badly. Christmas, over the course of Christmas, 1st of Jan to the 8th of Jan, people lose quite a lot of weight because of Christmas, But anyway, the point being is weight loss is quite aggressive the first 2 weeks, mainly because we tend to be quite high on glycogen. When we eat carbohydrates, the body clings to, so every gram of carb we consume bonds to about 3 grams of water. So to put that into some sort of science for you, if somebody was to eat roughly, 150, 200 grams of carb, and then they binge ate 2 or 3 nights in a row, so they had 600 grams of carb, that's 400 grams extra 2 to 3 days. They're going to put on over a kilo in water weight, give or take. There's going to be a few fluctuations there, of course there is, but give or take, a kilo of water weight is not actually that ridiculous. So they're 2.2 pounds up. Then they start a weight loss journey. They lose that 2.2 pounds and start losing body fat. They lose 3 to 4 pounds in that first week, give or take. Okay, of course there are going to be variables, as I say, but that creates the illusion that it's been a very aggressive start. It's exciting. 3, 4, 5 weeks down the road, those weeks you might lose a pound, you might put on a pound, you might lose 2 pounds. It's going to be playing with averages a little bit. Okay, but not realizing how far you've gone. This is what 5 pounds of fat looks like. There is 3,500 calories in 1 pound of fat. If you don't know that, please go and watch my ultimate fat loss guide video. I'll try and link it here once I figure out how to do that onto here, but it's on my page if I can't do that. But this is what 5 pound of fat looks like. So somebody who is maybe 5 to 6 weeks into a dieting sort of journey may have lost around this, maybe slightly more, slightly less, it depends, but give or take, I would say about 1 pound a week is a very good weight loss. Bariatric surgery patients are going to lose a lot more, but they tend to have an expectation they're going to lose more. So the definition is still the same. It's about understanding what we're actually achieving here. 5 pounds is an aggressive amount of weight on anybody, weight loss surgery or non-weight loss surgery. It doesn't matter. It's a huge amount of weight. It's a huge amount of body fat. And it changes your life on a cardiovascular basis, on a mobility basis, on an aesthetic basis, on a confidence, mental health basis. It changes so much, just 5 pounds. And I hear a lot of the time, I've only lost 5 pounds in X amount of time. That should never be part of the same conversation. If you are, 3 months in and you've lost 5 pounds, then yeah, maybe we need to make some changes to make it slightly more consistent, because usually by that point people have given up if they feel to get those sort of numbers. And there is an element of buy-in to weight loss as well. Okay, but an average of around, it depends on the start weight, but anything in my opinion that's sort of 1 to 2 pounds a week is aggressive weight loss. Weight loss surgery patients can expect to lose slightly more based on their sort of the restriction that they have. But the point being is celebrate the average over the course of time. If you've lost 10 pounds in 10 weeks, that's 1 pound a week, but that'll be 3 pound 1 week, 0 another, but you've lost 2 of these in 10 weeks. That's not a lot of time and a lot of body fat. And with that in mind, it will allow long-term adherence to occur because we're measuring by the right metrics, okay? I mentioned on my Instagram today, but certain diet clubs, certain diet culture, it's the week-to-week weigh-in, okay? And you go along and you pay a £5 to go and weigh yourself because that's offering accountability. And then if it goes up, it's bad. If it goes down, it's good. And there are variables that are just not going to allow that to happen. Water weight is a factor. I mentioned carbs earlier on. You're going to have social occasions. You're going to have things to do. but also things out of your control. Stress, when cortisol is high, water weight tends to go up. If you're on some sort of medication, that can play around with water weight. If you are time of the month ladies, that's going to play around with water weight. There's lots of factors out of our control of water weight, yet we are being defined by that even though it's out of our control. It makes no sense. But over the course of time, if we are process driven, if we're in a 3,500 calorie deficit, you will lose 1 pound of fat, and that will really add up. And that will really add up to a groundbreaking amount for your health. Yes, for your aesthetics, which I appreciate can be important, of course it is. But really and truly, it is important to the fact that you are becoming a healthier person. And what that is so exciting is, what does that lead to? I always say to people with exercise, don't worry what exercise will do to you in the moment. If you're in control of that. You can be in control of the intensity. Worry about what happens if you don't do it. Okay, we know that there are health. It's detrimental to your health. You don't see many overweight old people. Things happen. Okay, I know that sounds a bit morbid, but I have full respect of anybody looking to uptake this journey. I have full respect for people who get annoyed at this journey because they want it and they want it now, but with a progressive open mind to it, an element of trial and error, and certainly the right support in the first place, because it is a confusing industry out there. You're doing groundbreaking work and you should be very, very proud of yourself. But for you to be successful over the course of time, realizing how far you have come or realizing what you are doing in the first place is super valuable to your adherence to the journey. I hope you enjoyed that. I hope you got some value from that. I look forward to seeing you tomorrow on day 10. All the best. Bye-bye.